Hello and welcome to Beads Jar. My name's Billy and today I'd like to show you how to make this rather fascinating hand jewellery piece. This is our Vine in Bloom. So this is a bit of a different project for us, one we haven't done before. So I will start by talking through the materials we're going to use and the tools I'll be needing. So we've got some Mayuki seed beads. I have some 2-inch eye pins, some 4mm jump rings, a lobster clasp, 2 6mm jump rings for the fastener, this beautiful turquoise rosary chain, and these turquoise flowers. I'll also be working with a pair of round nose pliers, side cutters, and 2 pairs of flat nose. Quite simply to start, we're going to take our rosary chain, and when we find the end, as these things can be challenging, there we go, I'm just going to count 7 beads. So I'm not cutting anything off, I need this loop here. So I've got 2, 4, 6, 7. Now you may see here we've got the links together, so I'm going to cut the exterior one. I need the one that was after the 7 bead. I'm just going to hold that and I'm just going to use the cutters to cut through that wire. And then I'm going to take that off. So this is my first link of 7. I need to repeat that a second time. So there's one link of 7. Now, as you noticed, I cut through, so just be aware. So that's the cut end. We don't want that one, so we'll take that off completely now. Unfortunately, that's now been made redundant. And then we're going to go from that solid link there. So we've got 2, 4, 6, 7 beads. And I'm going to cut the link after that 7th bead. Put that to one side for a second to show you. So we've got our 7 links. This is going to be the first strap of our Vine in Bloom. I'm going to show you how to attach our flower to the centre first, and then we'll put the fastening on. And this is the starting block. So take one of the eye pins, and with the loop at the end, take your flat nose pliers, and we're going to open the loop up. So we just twist that to open it, and then we're going to hook one of the 7 link chains. So one side is now attached to our eye pin. Onto the eye pin I'm going to thread a seed bead, my flower bead, and another seed bead, like so. This time I'm going to take the round nose pliers and I'm going to position them above the seed bead. With a nice tight grip, I'm going to push the pin away from me over the top of the pliers, so a 90-degree angle. I then want to move my pliers, so I'm just spinning them without gripping to the top, and then I bring my eye pin all the way over and down. So I've made a little hook shape here. I'm then going to attach the next section of chain onto the hook I've made. Placing my pliers across the eye pin loop, I'm now going to wrap that excess around, and I want to do about 2 twists here. Giving us a nice secure fastening here. Using the smooth edge of our side cutters, we're just going to cut the excess off. So we don't need this wire anymore, so take that fully away. So that's the first part of the hand jewellery we're creating. So I'm just going to place that to one side for a moment and we'll move on to the next bit. So we're going to go back to our chain, and again that one's got the end that's broken, so we need to remove that completely. That's no good anymore. And then I'm going to count 8 links, 8 beads. So 2, 4, 6, 8. And I'm cutting the link above that away. And repeat that a second time. Remember to remove that one. 2, 4, 6, 8. I might as well just remove that so it doesn't trick us later on. So we're back to having 2 pieces. Like so. We're repeating the very first steps. This is just a longer chain. So back to our siege bead, flower bead, and twist. Now that's the 8 link one, and I'm just going to put that next to the 7, and they're going to descend across the hand, getting lower. We're going to move on to the third one, which is slightly different as we're going to go downwards. So we're going to cut 9 links this time with our chain. That one's a full circle, so we've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. And then we cut that away. Remove the dud one. Two, 4, 6, 8, 9. Take that one away as well. So this is where it alters slightly from what we've just done. So the first section I'd like to do is to take one of our 4mm jump rings, and we're just going to open that using the flat nose pliers. So we're just going to hold one side and then twist to open the next one. And I'm going to link through one loop of the chain and then the second chain as well, so they're now connected onto the same jump ring. Whilst we have the jump ring open, we're going to add an eye pin on there as well. So eye pins linking onto the jump ring as well as the chains, and then we want to close that all back together. So we've secured the jump ring and there's no gaps in there, and then you're going to take the eye pin up. So I'll just lay this flat so you can have a good view. There we go. And then we're going to add the beads onto the eye pin. So the same threading, so we're doing a seed bead, a flower bead and a seed bead. Okay, and we're going to connect this to a smaller section of chain before we get to the ring. I'm only going to need 2 links for this section. I've got my dud end there, so let's make sure we get rid of that. And then I need 2 of the links. Sorry, I've just got a little wire attached there. So back to how we started before, so by pushing the pin away and then bringing that back over. And then I'm going to connect the smaller link of chain here. This is going to run down towards the finger. Then we're going to place the pliers across and we want to wrap around. Doing our 2 twists. Now we're going to move on to the ring section. So I'm going to do another eye pin, and this is going to connect to the chain using one of the 4mm. So we take our 4mm and we're going to open that up onto the end of the chain and the eye pin on there as well. Close that back together. This is going to create the ring across the finger, and then the extra chain is going to wrap around underneath. So seed bead, flower, seed bead. Next we need 5 links of our chain. Check the loop. It's got 2, 4, 5. Okay. Back to making our connection between the eye pin and the chain. Now this is where it's a bit odd, because we're actually going to come back and connect this loop to the jump ring we added first. So I'm going to go back to that jump ring and open it up again. This end of the chain onto the same jump ring. And then we're going to close this back together. So this has actually made the ring section of the hand jewellery. This one on the side. So we've done our base and we're going to move back up and we're going to attach the middle sections in here as well. Creating some space. And then I'm going to add the 8 that we did and the 7 link that we did. In order to connect all these together, we're going to go back to our 6mm jump ring and open that up. So I'm going to take the 9 first, then the 8, and then the 7. So all 3 are on the same jump ring. Okay. Come back down to your 4mm and then close this again. And then I'm going to open the 4mm and I'm going to attach the end of the lobster clasp. So the little loop there is going to go onto the 4mm jump ring before closing that one. Next I'm going to take my other 6mm jump ring that I had and I'm going to do the opposite side. So we're going to take the 9, then the 8, make sure you've not crossed these over, and then the 7. And just to finish that one, the 4mm on there as well. To make this hand jewellery flexible in length so it fits more people, I'm going to finish with just a 4 extension chain on the end. So I have one of my dud wires here to remove first, and then I'm just going to count 4, 2, 4. Obviously if you want it longer, just add a longer length of extension chain, and then we cut that away, and that is going to go onto the last 4mm we've just added to finish the project. And that gives you the option then to attach the fastener lower along there if required. As I've actually done this length to suit, I'm just going to attach it to my 4mm jump ring. When it's worn, this is beautiful and it'll sit across the whole hand and come across to the finger.
We hope you've enjoyed the video and we'll see you again next time. Subscribe to our YouTube channel to follow us and feel free to put any comments or give us a little thumbs up, and yeah, take care, bye bye.